When folks judge a book by its cover, while their own pages are missing, why people judge you without knowing you and what it really says about them. They're the Library of Congress, as if they've read every soul, every story, every chapter ever written. Meanwhile, half of them haven't even skimmed the introduction to their own life lessons. Your boundaries, and suddenly they've got a whole you know the type, about who you must be. Never mind that their intuition is really just insecurity wearing a fake halo. Spiritual truth. People who judge your cover rarely have the courage to open their own book. Because if they did, they'd have to face the plot holes, the unhealed chapters, the characters they let write all over their margins. When help shows up in unlikely packaging. One of the funniest things about people who judge a book by its cover is this. Life doesn't, and the divine definitely doesn't send help in the packaging people expect. Some of the biggest blessings in your life will show up looking nothing like the bird they want float in with angel wings or a choir behind them. Times they show up with tattoos, a loud laugh, a messy past, or a vibe that makes judgmental folks clutch their pearls. The universe loves using the unexpected. Spirit specializes in the "you'd never guess who just helped me today" category. Because while people are busy scanning appearances, the divine is working through character, timing, and intention. You'll meet earth angels disguised as the person everyone underestimates, the stranger who drops one sentence that shifts your whole spirit, the friend who shows up right when you're about to break, the quiet soul who sees you without needing an explanation, the person others gossip about but spirit uses anyway. It comes through folks the world overlooks because authenticity carries the strongest signal. And here is the twist. The same people who judge them by their cover will miss the blessing inside. Meanwhile, you, the one who listens with intuition instead of ego, will recognize the divine fingerprints on the encounter. So when someone walks into your life looking unlikely, don't dismiss them. You might be standing in front of a messenger, a mirror, or a miracle wearing everyday clothes. The gospel according to bandwagon gossipers. Now let's talk about the folks who don't just judge the book. They hop on the gossip train like it's offering free snacks and Wi-Fi. These are the people who hear one rumor and suddenly they're investigative journalists for the Church of Somebody Said. They don't know if it's true. They don't care if it's true. They just want to feel included, important, or entertained. Cheap, addictive, and guaranteed to leave you spiritually bloated. But why do people jump on the bandwagon so fast? Why do they spread stories they never fact-checked about people they barely know based on situations they never witnessed? Let's break down the psychology with a little humor and a lot of truth. Final word, let them talk. Let them guess. Let them misread your cover while you're out here writing a whole new chapter. Because the people who matter will open your book, read your pages, and appreciate the plot twist that is your healing, your growth, and your glow, and the rest. Well, they can keep running their little book club of confusion. Just don't let them hand you their opinions like they're scripture. The psychology of bandwagon gossipers 1, they crave belonging more than truth. Gossip gives people a quick hit of connection. It's the group chat version of a sugar rush. They don't want to be left out, so they join in, even if the story is shakier than a folding chair at a family reunion. 2, they project their own fears and flaws. Talking about your issues distracts them from their own. It's spiritual misdirection, like a magician waving one hand while hiding the trick in the other. 3, they love the illusion of power. 4, they mistake drama for purpose. Some folks don't know who they are without chaos. If life gets too quiet, they'll stir the pot just to hear the spoon clink. It takes 0 spiritual development to repeat a rumor. It takes actual growth to pause, question, and choose integrity, the spiritual reality. People who judge you based on appearances and people who gossip about you without truth are operating from the same wound, a disconnected sense of self. When someone is aligned, grounded, and spiritually fed, they don't have time to misread your cover or rewrite your story. They're too busy living their own. And here's the kicker. Your authenticity will always irritate the folks who perform their personality rather than live it. Final farewell. May your journey dodge the potholes of narrow minds and the sirens of unsolicited opinions. May you find allies in the most surprising of packages. And may your inner compass be so on point you spot the blessings before anyone else gets a clue. May your name be wrapped in bubble wrap, your vibe be a fortress, and your life story penned by none other than you, not those who couldn't be bothered to read the first line. And as you skip along, may each chapter turn with crystal clear confidence and a sprinkle of cosmic comedy to keep your steps light and merry. If you're feeling generous, you can support my work here. Reference material and influences used.